On April 22, 2026, at 2:18 a.m., this camera recorded a fatal stabbing at Lucky's roadside diner. The blinking red light indicates an objective, time-stamped log of a crime that, according to physics, could not have happened. The footage shows a man in a black jacket and a low-brimmed cap approaching booth 4. He stabs a victim in a gray hoodie multiple times, wipes the blade, and walks out. The clarity of the video makes the identity of the attacker undeniable. This map shows the suspect's location data at the exact second of the recorded murder. While the camera shows him inside the diner, his phone's GPS was pinging from a moving vehicle 8 kilometers away on the highway. Forensic teams found no evidence of digital tampering or deepfake generation in the file. We are faced with two mutually exclusive records of reality: a digital eye that saw a murder, and a physical record proving the killer wasn't there. The event represents a total breakdown of cause and effect. In this diner, the digital evidence of the crime exists as a historical fact before the suspect even has the physical opportunity to commit it. To understand the anomaly, we have to follow the camera's internal clock. At 2 a.m., the diner is quiet and isolated. A lone waitress stands behind the counter, performing the routine tasks of a night shift. The victim in the gray hoodie arrives at 2:12. He sits at booth 4. Immediately after he sits, the video feed is interrupted by intense horizontal static. When the image clears, the man in the black jacket is already inside. He moves with total silence, attacking the victim at 2:18 a.m. There is no struggle. The victim slumps over the table as his life ends. The killer leaves a bloody knife on the table and exits. The camera tracks him until he vanishes into the darkness of the parking lot, leaving behind a scene of absolute violence. The waitress calls the police, who arrive by 2:27 a.m. They document the body and the weapon, securing the scene as a standard homicide investigation. The surveillance system successfully archived a completed crime. The camera captured a physical reality that had a beginning, a middle, and a lethal end. At 2:41 a.m., the man from the footage, wearing the same jacket and cap, physically arrives at the diner for the first time. He is looking for coffee, unaware that he has already been recorded here. The diner is now inexplicably pristine. The police are gone, the blood has vanished, and booth 4 is completely clean. The waitress explains that the moment the police tried to bag the body, the entire scene evaporated, snapping the room back to its original state to wait for his arrival. Terrified, she tells the man that she already watched him commit the murder 20 minutes ago. To her, he is a ghost returning to the scene of a crime he hasn't yet committed. The man attempts to use his phone to prove his innocence. His GPS history tracks his steady progress along the highway during the murder, but the waitress counters by rewinding the security feed, forcing him to watch his own recorded movements from earlier that night. The digital archive and physical reality have collided. The surveillance log has created a vacuum in time, and it is now demanding that the physical world fill it. The waitress locks the front door. The diner becomes a closed circuit, a space where the rules of the outside world no longer apply. She informs him that the diner has already seen the event. He is trapped in a space that requires the video log to be fulfilled before the timeline can proceed. Watching the footage provides a precise map of his future. Seeing himself installs the movements into his mind, creating the intent. His autonomy is overridden. He is no longer making a choice. He is an actor pulled through a finalized script. He sits at booth 4. A clean knife sits on the table, placed exactly where the recording showed it. The red light of the camera remains fixed on him, capturing the live version of the archive. He watches his own hand. He isn't angry, and he has no desire to kill, yet his fingers begin to curl. His muscles contract, and his body begins to stand, responding to the pull of the recorded timestamp. In this environment, the camera acts as the diner's architect. It doesn't just watch what happens, it decides what happens next, turning every human action into a predetermined